Hi, welcome to Bitumen, where today I'm going to be waterproofing a tin roof using bitumen. Tools and equipment I'm going to need then. I've got a ladder so I can access the roof itself. I've got a broom which I'm going to sweep down the roof so there's no sort of dust or any bits and pieces on the roof itself. I've got a towel to dry off the surface of the roof so I can provide a good bond with the bitumen itself. You can either use a paint kettle or a bucket. In this case I've got an old paint tin that I've cleaned up inside so I can pour the bitumen in. Gloves, it is a messy job this one, and then a paintbrush. Now I've had recommended to me getting big thick paintbrushes, or even consider using a broom itself to put this stuff on. It's almost like tar, it's very thick. So in this case I've used a big brush from an old dustpan and brush that I don't mind getting rid of, and then the bitumen itself. So the bitumen that I'm using is a really versatile waterproofing sealant. You can use it on wood, flat roofs. I'm going to be using it on tin in this case. So it's important to prepare the surface first. You don't want any bits of dust or any rubbish on there, because then the bitumen won't seal to the surface that you're waterproofing and it will just flake off. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my broom to sweep down, get rid of any bits of dust, any leaves, anything that's collected. I've already sealed using silicone sealant all the existing holes that were in the tin so the bitumen doesn't drip through, and then I'm just going to wipe down, make sure the surface is nice and dry. And this is really important, you've got to make sure you've got a nice dry surface for the bitumen to seal to when it's drying itself. Okay, so this is the first time I've worked with bitumen and it's minging stuff. It really is thick. I don't know if you can see, really thick stuff this. So I can see why I've been recommended to use a broom. I'm going to crack on with this for now. I'm a bit of a geek, so I did some research on this. It's actually a byproduct from processing crude oil, and you can actually see it's so thick, but you can see why it's going to have its sort of sealing, sort of waterproofing qualities. So I've applied a bit of common sense. I'm going to start in the furthest corner away from me, work back. It's going to get messy, I think, so that's why I'm going to try and minimise any mess by working back towards the ladder. So I'll give you an update when I know how I'm getting on. Okay, so I'm about half an hour, 40 minutes into this. I've just finished my 2.5 litre pot of bitumen, and I've probably done 8 feet by 3 or 4 feet. It's about a quarter of what I need to do for the whole shed roof. If you haven't seen the shed series, there is a playlist where you can see about putting up the shed itself, so please feel free to go and have a look at that. But yeah, I'm happy how it's going so far. Top tips. Because this roof slopes away slightly, I've been putting on thicker. I've been scooping out using the brush and then putting it over a couple of these runs and then pushing it down. Because it's a bit thicker at the top, it's fine if it flows down sort of slowly. And then I've been trying to sort of even out and drag from the valleys, if you like, over the peaks. So, and then I've been doing maybe 2 sort of these little rungs at a time, and that seems to be the most effective way. I was considering, sort of pouring out and then smoothing it out, but because it's so thick, I'm finding I can just scoop it out with the brush and then do maybe about a quarter or a third at a time per scoop. You can definitely see the advantage in using a broom. I think if you're on a flat roof or a roof you're comfortable to walk around on, I'm not on this, and again, if you have a look at the shed series, there's basically a roof beam down the middle and then it's nailed down at either end, so I don't want to be putting all my body weight through these middle sections. But I think if you're on a flat roof or you're painting the roof on the floor before installing it, definitely the way to go would be to pour it out and then just broom it out, and it'll probably save you quite a bit of time doing it that way. But as it's going at the moment, yeah, I'm happy with the progress I'm making. Okay, so I'm going to show you the technique that I'm using to paint this bitumen onto the roof. So I'm literally just scooping out a big blob, popping it on, and then just running it down in that sort of valley section, like so. and then at the same time just bringing some of it over the peak. The only thing I need to be mindful of at the edges are the drips coming down and then dripping onto the shed paintworks. This is why I've got a rag here, which I'm using at both ends and down the side as well, just to scoop up any drips, and I'm just being mindful not to put it on too thick near the edges. So yeah, that's the technique that I've been using. Job done. So I've covered the whole roof now. I'd say in total it took about 2 hours of work to do. Top tips, definitely I would have used less when I first started. So in total that's taken me 5 litres to do the whole roof, but I ended up using the first 2.5 litres on about 1/3 of the roof, and then it started to collect a little bit in the little valleys, so I had to spread it out a bit. So yeah, about 5 litres has covered 8 by 12 feet roof. So yeah, other than that, thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next one. Thanks for watching.